Son, can I get you some breakfast?
I ate food from Mother Earth, not the government.
Fix the refrigerator.
Harrison, I know this is hard, but I'm here trying to make things right.
Too late.
It's never too late. We're a family. And you need to start treating me with respect. Now, both you and Einstein are going to be in charge of yard work. Astoria, I'm going to take over the kitchen duties, and we're going to start having dinner together as a family. Clear?
Clear as a spring day, Pops.
Dinner's at 6.
Okay.
And that is a clip from a new show on Apple TV Plus called Government Cheese. Its star is David Oyelowo, who's also the executive producer. Hello, David. How are you? Nice to talk to you again.
Nice to talk to you too. I'm very well, thank you.
Last time we spoke, you were in Tarzana, I believe, and it
Yes.
was we're just coming out of COVID, and everything was being done from home. Are you in Tarzana at the moment, or where do we speak to you?
I'm in London at the moment. I still live in Tarzana, but yes, I'm in London talking up government cheese.
Yes. Can you explain the title? Because I feel as though it means something in America, but it might not mean as much to the UK. What is government cheese?
Yes, I can do that, and you're right. It is specific to America. Government cheese is a government subsidized food. It's processed cheese that, much like the rationing that happened in the Second World War with powdered milk and powdered eggs and things like that. Similarly, they had government cheese, which went on to be a food that was also part of the Second World War in America, but then went on to be provided for low-income families, a lot of who were African-American families, and they turned this fairly basic processed cheese into a delicacy with things like grilled cheese sandwiches and macaroni and cheese. And so as it pertains to the show, it symbolizes making something out of nothing, which is very much a theme in the show, especially around my character, Hampton Chambers, who starts off in prison, has this spiritual epiphany while in there, which leads him to invent a self-sharpening drill, which is going to be the means by which his family is going to attain a better life. And he goes on this journey of realizing it's not going to be quite that simple.
You've been involved with this project for quite a while. I think it was a short film back in 2019. Just give us a kind of a genesis story as to how you got involved with this.
Exactly right. 2019, Paul Hunter, who created the show and whose life this is based on, I'm playing a version of his father in Government Cheese. And he grew up in the San Fernando Valley in the 60s and 70s. And he presented me with this script, which was full of fantastical themes and surreal plot lines and this spiritual journey. And it was this beautiful sort of rose-tinted glasses rendition of what his life was like growing up as one of two boys with his father and mother in the San Fernando Valley. And I just found it just incredibly unique. But at that point, it's a short film. Okay, fine. It's not like anything I've read before. Let's spend 4 days shooting it. And it turned out to be something that not only I thought was unique, it was well received to the degree that Apple came along and were prepared to go the road with us in turning it into a TV show.
And the tone of the show is very interesting because it feels to me, on the one hand, instantly familiar.
Right.
And incredibly rare and something that I've never seen before. So I feel kind of as though I'm part of the story, but I'm still trying to work out what on earth is going on. Is that right? Is that what I'm expected to feel?
It's certainly what we set out to do, for it to be both fresh and familiar all at the same time. To see a Black family in the 60s is not something unusual on film. I've been part of a lot of projects that have done that very thing, but they are always about civil rights and Black struggle. And I personally haven't seen a Black family represented in that part of the world, in the San Fernando Valley, in California, a place I've now lived for 18 years. And I certainly haven't seen that demographic in this tone that is more reminiscent of something, say, Wes Anderson would make in terms of that kind of fantastical, surreal, deliberately quirky, not only in terms of tone, but the characters as well and their characteristics. So the combination of all of those things in one place, let alone the fact that from episode to episode, we kind of play with lots of different tones and forms of storytelling because it's this rose-tinted remembrance of a time gone by, also just having fun with the form and with the storytelling component. So exactly as you say, it was something I hadn't seen before, and that was partly why I wanted to lean in.